Hi, my name is Jeff Olson, founder and CEO of Nerium International. What I want to do is talk to you about why I think this company is absolutely the greatest company that's been launched in this industry in well over a decade, and I mean that. You know, I've been around this industry for a long time and been very fortunate to have a lot of success. I've been a top distributor on a global basis, so I get that part. I've been a CEO twice in this industry of very large companies in this industry, breakthrough companies. I've been a founder of a company in this industry, the largest personal development company in this industry called TPN at one time. And just recently, working with a great company, the Prepay Legal, worked with them on a phenomenal product, helping that company go from about $70 million in sales back in 1998 to approaching $500 million. Phenomenal movement. But from there, about 2 years ago, I was approached with an amazing opportunity. And what I want to talk to you about is what I think is what you hear at our home office. We call this the Last Run Club, and why I really believe this is a potential for you if you're looking for that last run. The most legitimate thing that has hit this industry in decades, and I mean that, and I can prove that. And you're going to hear me talk a lot about the word real, and we've based our company on the word real, and we say real science backed by real results creates a real opportunity. With real people, it creates a real life, and we really mean that when we say that. And so I'm going to go through a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I'll be referring to websites, and we'll put those up for you to look at, because it's amazing what we have here. See, 2 years ago, I was approached by a company, or a biotechnology company, by representatives of them, and I met at a law firm, a very prestigious law firm, and this representative of them started talking to me about a company called Nerium Biotech. Nerium Biotech. You can go look at who they are, and these people have been working for years, decades plus, working with people like MD Anderson in cancer research and funding that type of things. They're a very prestigious biotechnology company, okay? Working with people like Dr. Newman, the head of research at MD Anderson. Matter of fact, when I'm talking to you, if you go to our site, nerium.com, later on, everything I'm going to talk to you about is produced in videos. Matter of fact, we had 18 produced videos at launch. Not just flip videos. We're talking about highly produced 5D videos at launch. And so when I talk about Dr. Newman, you just got to go hit Dr. Newman. You're going to see one of the most prestigious research scientists in the world talking about what we're doing here. Okay? If you want to go to Nerium.com, I should say NeriumBiotech.com, you'll go there and see who these guys are, and watch their 20-minute video if you want to see who they are and how it relates to us. It's probably the most outstanding thing you've ever seen in this industry, most credible thing, probably the best third-party tool, because it's from them about what they're doing and then how it applies to us. Matter of fact, you're going to hear me talk about NeriumSkincare.com. That's a biotechnology company that they formed to do nothing but exclusively build products for us. Go over there and see the products that are in development for us. It's pretty amazing when you see all that in place. But they sat there and they talked to me about this research they've been doing, and how through this process they accidentally discovered what they thought at that time was a breakthrough anti-aging product, a treatment, okay? And so they went on, they were testing for different things. They were testing for things like squama and basal, that type of thing, and all of a sudden people came back to them saying, what's going on with my skin? Why does it look so much better? It's tightening up, it's shiny, or it's better. And so they did the testing, and they went to a place called ST&T. Just go to our clinical video, okay? ST&T, and right there they had them test this cream to see what the results are. Now this is a company, ST&T is one of the #1 research testing labs there is out there. They're very, very solid. And they went to there, and Michael Scott, the director of ST&T, and he says this on our videos, and in writing, signed off to us, so everything I'm talking about here today has been signed off by the best of the best. He said that when they do testing products, what they're looking for is about a 2 to 5% improvement, like reduction in fine lines or pores or pigmentation. And so they went and did the test, and guess what? It came back 20s, 30s, 40s across this test, this beta test. So they recalibrated because they thought this is crazy. They did it again, and it came back the same way. So they did clinicals, a real clinical trial, okay? Observe, other than them as an independent lab, they brought in Dr. Fan, who's a board-certified Harvard graduate, dermatologist, plastic surgeon, to review them doing their clinical review. So third party on top of third party, and then numbers came in off the chart. So they knew they had a phenomenal anti-aging product. And so at that point in time, they had many ways they could go. They could go into the department stores, they could go into the huge direct sales companies that are in this space already. They could go infomercials. And I was one of the people that they were talking to about taking us to the marketplace. And we talked at that point in time, and I remember leaving their office that day, or that law office, and I said to myself, if this is real, this will be a breakthrough. This could be something, be a game changer in this industry. And I said that to them. I said, if everything you're telling me can prove up, I can promise you this will be the biggest thing in this industry. We can make it a phenomenal company. Well, over the next year, a lot of things went on. I gave them a lot of references to me, like, for example, John Addison, the CEO of Prime America, a $12.6 billion company, a lot of major CEOs in the industry, a lot of people who are significant in the industry who know me, and they research them, they're continuing researching the other options they have, and through that time, they made a decision to go with me and with what we're doing here. And it was really, for me, that was the most amazing day. You know, because at that, I've been telling them the whole time that we could build a product, and then we could build a brand, and then we could take it into a product line, and we could take it globally. And they bought into that. And so at that point in time, all the negotiations started, and we eventually formed a partnership. You understand, they're not a supplier to us. We are a partner with NeriumSkincare.com, a division of Nerium Biotech. Amazing thing. This biotechnology company stepped in to be a partner in what we're doing. So at that point in time, I knew we had something absolutely special, because number one, we're in the perfect space. For you people out there in direct sales, it's a $125 billion industry, a phenomenal industry. Well, the number one space in this industry is beauty. It's well over half of the industry. It's bigger than the entire other half of the industry combined. Beauty is the number one space where wealth, millionaires, people making over $100,000 a year has been built over decades. Okay, it's proven itself over and over and over. And so it's the number one space that you could be out there. 9 out of the top 10 companies in the direct sales industry are out of the space. 16 of the top 20 are out of the beauty space. In beauty, they break it down into 3 categories. They break it down into dermal, they break it down into colors, and then into fragrances. The number one space is dermal. That's where you want to be, okay? Inside of dermal, the number one space you want to be in is anti-aging. Matter of fact, the anti-aging industry right now is an $80 billion industry, projected to be a $114 billion industry by the year 2015, 3 short years. So it's almost as big as the entire direct sales industry. It's at $125 billion. So the spacing could not be better. And so we're sitting in the middle of a space with a product that has absolute science behind it, based upon our brand, our biotechnology partners, who go over there and see who they are, see what they're doing. It's going to actually blow your mind, okay? With a breakthrough product who's been tested clinically. You know, we have a lot of people in the last 30 days since we've launched saying, well, how can you compare this clinically? You really can't. A lot of people out there, they very cleverly through their word, reworking their words in their presentation, they'll make the product look clinical when it's not. They might have an ingredient that was clinically tested, or they had some kind of safety product that was clinically tested, but it really wasn't clinical. This is clinical numbers, not us. Third party, saying numbers that are breakthrough. We're not saying this, they're saying this. Matter of fact, during this process, one of the leading researchers for a biotechnology company, a $19 billion biotechnology company, okay, their head of research was in the labs at MD Anderson, the number one cancer research institute in the world, with Dr. Newman, the number one, the head of research for them for 24 years, talking about this extract that we have here, okay? And he said these words, quote unquote, and it's in our literature and it's in our videos, signed off again. So this is them saying it, not us saying it. Said the applications, the potential of this extract right here is bigger than the entire product pipeline combined. Signed off. Okay. Also, think about this. Don Smothers, the founder and chairman of NatureTech, has been formulating skincare products for over 40 years. Has done over 2,000 products. Signed off in our literature. On our videos, he says this is a breakthrough product, better than anything he's ever seen, works faster and better than anything else out there. So people, what we have is we're sitting in the number one space you can be, which is beauty, inside that dermal, inside that anti-aging, the perfect spot, okay, with absolute real science, legitimacy, with our biotechnology partners, and go just check out who they are, that's not me saying it, okay, go to their site, with clinical breakthrough data, ST&T, go look at our clinical video, go look at the Dr. Newman video, okay, go look at the results, go watch all that. It's not me saying it's all signed off with a product that's an absolute breakthrough, and we got the global exclusive rights to it. And what's so neat about this is, people who know me I always talk about, having a barrier of entry or non-me too. People, this is as big a non-me too as I've ever seen, because these people for a long time, well over a decade, these very intelligent people that are in this biotechnology company with all the money behind them, the resources and who they are, have been basically creating the source for this biomass. They have the science from the seed to the biomass. The science that goes on between the seed and the biomass will blow your mind. If you want to learn more about that, go to our Field of Life button, and you'll see what goes on there. See, everything you need to know has been produced, okay? From the biomass to the end product, there's patents and everything they've done. It literally, the barrier of entry is massive. They literally have asked them over and over, what would it take for somebody if they had the resources and the ability and the desire to replicate what we're doing? What would it take? And they said, if they could, and we doubt they could do it, it's probably 12 to 15 years. Okay, so massive barrier of entry. So think about it. We're sitting here in the number one space you can possibly be with real science, not just made-up science, with real results, clinical, okay, and with a massive barrier of entry, and that's why we can build the perfect opportunity. Because what we did when we saw that, at that point in time, I realized I had a chance to fulfill a dream, a lifetime dream of mine, which was to build the perfect direct sales company. To do that, number one, you have to have a product that can stand up. 30 days into this business, looking backwards, the most amazing thing I've seen is how much everybody's fallen in love with the product. I mean, we've had zero pushback. We have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Nobody's even exercised it, okay? Everybody gets our product and they sell their first 2, 3, or 4 units in the first week. We have preferred customers. The biggest problem we've had at this point in time, preferred customers want to become brand partners. They step in. It's amazing. I've had people, who tell me they've been in this industry for 20, 30 years say, for years I've been in front of the room saying, here's how it works. You get the product, you like the product. Other people like the product. They want to become distributors for you, and it grows and it multiplies, and it never really happened that way. They go, here, it's not just happened that way, it's happened that way very fast. It's amazing to look back and see if somebody gets hold of this product, how it turns into, number one, a very satisfied consumer very fast because we know it works. Think about this. From day one, when we launched this company, we put out a thing called a 90-day challenge. We ask people to do is take a picture of themselves before they start using the product, okay? Before they start using the product. And because we want to test them from when they start, 7 days later, a month later, 9 days later. It's a challenge. And we built this gallery for them to load in their videos, okay? So we want real people showing what they're doing out there. One of the first things we heard immediately after the first week or two is everybody's going, I wish I'd listened to you and taken my picture before I started using it, because after 4 or 5 days the results were so dramatic, I didn't think that could happen, that I cheated myself out of having great before and after pictures. Matter of fact, Michael Scott, when he was doing the testing, he said that normally when they do these clinicals, at the end of the 30-day trial, these people, they get back the product from them, okay, the tube, so they can measure how much is left in it, so they can compare that to the results to see if there's any statistical relationship there. He said, we've never had a situation where nobody would give back the product. They said they were addicted to it. They weren't giving it back. So this product works. It's amazing to see what's been going on here as people get out the product. Here's what I do know right now. I know this from the bottom of my heart. If there's 100 people who have this product, whether they're a customer or whether they're somebody who's a brand partner with us, there's 100 who have the product. That's going to easily turn into 200, 300, 400, 500 over time. It's going to do that way more than it's going to go back to 80. Matter of fact, if I had to bet everything I got, whether that 100 is going to go to 500 or go to 80, I would take the 500 every time because I've seen what it's doing. See, think about this. We had that picture campaign, and we put it out there. Think about if this product didn't work. See, what other company out there in this category would start with a challenge that once you take a picture before you start it and compare it to yourself 9 days later, a hard picture that you take, not us, okay? And you're comparing yourself. You wouldn't do that if you didn't have absolute confidence in what this product does. See, we've seen the hard clinicals across the line, the complete 100% satisfaction with it. We knew it worked. Most companies out there would never do that. When you walk into a department store, the number one thing you see is you bump into beauty, right? They're right there in front. Why? It's the best place to be. Do you think they would ever stand up and say, take a picture of yourself right now and then get this and take a picture a week later and see the results? You know why they wouldn't do it? It's not going to happen. A lot of these products out there, what they do is they kind of plump up your skin and hydrate them, or they put little sparklers in them so they reflect stuff. They kind of make you look good for a half hour, an hour, but they don't work over time. They don't do what we're doing. We have clinical data showing that. And we only tested it, you're only seeing tests over 4 areas. We tested over 30 parameters. And those are the things that you're seeing in the products over at NeriumSkincare.com that we're working on, okay? There's other companies out there right now. There's another one out there where and I don't want to be negative here, but sea salt, they're not going to do that. There's no way they're going to say, take a before picture right now and take one 30 days later. It won't stand up, okay? We have real science with real results. And that allows us to build a real opportunity because we're building on the foundation of a product that works and networks. Matter of fact, the saying we're saying is it works and it networks. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. We had to change our systems in our 3rd week because so many preferred customers were wanting to become brand partners on their own. without anybody even asking them to do it, okay? I can go on and on and on. Everybody's got their products, has fallen in love with the product, has had results on the product, have immediately been able to get customers, immediately been able to get people who want to be involved in the business. I've never seen anything work like this in my life. So because of that, we can build the perfect opportunity, okay? And the number one thing you need from there is you need a barrier of entry. So with that said, what we did is we set out to put together a great company, brought in phenomenal management. I won't go through them all, but Dennis Windsor, 30 plus years, owner in this industry, CEO in this industry, top distributor in this industry, author in this industry, has consulted over 200 companies in this industry as the president. Brought in Trevor Schofield, who's worked for the last 20 years for a publicly traded company and everything comes with that in this industry, managing operations for 38 countries. He came in full-time with us before we launched because this is a global plan that we have here. 7 billion people out there have skin and we're going to go there, okay? On board full-time. Why did he leave that very secure position to come here? Because he sees it, he gets it. You know, I could go on with our finance director, I could go on with Nancy Higgin, who's in charge of our customer service, ethics, and compliance, been in the industry for 20 years. I put our management team up against basically any company out there is 10 years old as far as what they know and what they can do. So we put together the team. Then we set out to put together the greatest systems. Here's what I've heard from everybody. Seasoned pros, they've been around for 20, 30 years. They say, I've never seen a company at launch with such good websites, such great marketing systems, such great tools, such great starter kits, such great training, recognition, everything. We look like a 10-year-old company from the day we launched. You know why? Because we know what we're doing. I mean, believe me, when people see this, they cannot believe at day one we look this way. I've had people who are million-dollar earners in this industry leave where they're at to come here because they see the significance of this. I had 3 gentlemen who've been in the industry, 2 of them over 30 years, 1 over 40 years, have all made millions, 10 million plus in this industry. Top people. They saw this. They did their investigation. They were top in another company. They flew back in that company's headquarters just about 10 days ago. They met with the CEO and they said, hey, we love you, we support you, but we have to go because there's something going on that we can't miss. We've been waiting for this our entire lifetime. This is, and to them, they see this as their last run, a chance to really grab something that makes sense, is solid. And they resigned and came over. And it was so cool. That CEO said, what is it, who is it? And he told him about it. It was with me and what we're doing, and he basically said, you made a good decision. I know him, I know what they're doing, it's amazing, it's first class. I could go on and on and on and on with these stories. From people who've never had success in this business, having immediate success in their first week and believing they can do it, to people who've been around this industry forever, waiting for something that's legitimate and seeing this and seeing the legitimacy in the science and legitimacy in the results and legitimacy in the company. I've had over and over, you know, people, you talk to these people in network marketing especially, and they're so jaded. I didn't realize that. I say, this is real science. They go, yeah, I've heard that. Real results, oh, I've heard that. Real doctors, they go, I've heard that. I go, please, just humor me. Go to their websites, neriumbiotech.com. Check out who they are and our relationship. Go to neriumskincare.com. The biotechnology company they formed to exclusively develop products for us and see who they are and what our relationship is. Okay? Go to Nerium.com, us, the 18 produced videos. Look at our sites, look at our literature, look at our starter kit. Our starter kit blows away any starter kit out there. It looks like Tiffany in a box and the things that are in there. And here's what everybody tells me when they see what we have here. As a matter of fact, they even go into our back office. And after they go to our back office, they see our tools, they see our training. I mean, our training is phenomenal for a brand new person all the way through a seasoned pro. They go, you know what? Whoever put this together knows what I do every single day. They know what I need. And so we have put together a tremendous, tremendous opportunity, and I should say, opportunity to connect to the real science, real results. On top of that, we had to have a comp plan. Now, to me, comp plans are important, and you always want to have the best comp plan, but to me, if you're just talking about comp plan, then that's a clue, there's a problem, okay? A comp plan rewards proper activity. We chose to go with a unit-level comp plan, okay? If you really study this industry historically through decades over, over many continents, many product categories, the number one thing you want to use is a unit-level engine. It's the most honest engine, the most durable engine, and the most long-term lasting engine. Then you build all your drivers around it, and we've done that. Matter of fact, good friends of mine, they're a great company out there called Visalis. I love these guys. I know Nick, I know Ryan, I know Blake, the guys that own that company. Phenomenal job what they've done. And and they did a unilevel. And we looked at their unilevel and we learned a lot from what they've done. Who wouldn't? Because they've gone from a couple million to approaching $30 million in less than 2 years of sales in a month. And so great things they're doing over there. So we actually mimicked it. I'll say it right up front. Okay, why not? Because I think they're doing over there is beautiful things. But what we try to do is make ours a little bit different. You know, instead of being 8 levels deep, 10 levels deep. Instead, you know, we added a check match, which means you get 10%, no matter how many, you bring in 100 people, you can place all over your organization, you get 10% of their income the rest of your life on top of everything else. You know, we're doing ours, we're doing theirs, they're both great, okay? We just live in different spaces. They live in diet. Diet, by category, is about a 90, 120-day persistency on a product. Skin, by just the industry. Overall, the industry is about a year to 3 years. If you look at persistency, that's why it's space. Beauty is the number one space because of the persistency of the product. It's just the category as long-term life. I know we're going to have even longer life because we have a breakthrough product, okay? Just saying, I love what they're doing. In any way put down, I'm just saying, dye category has its numbers. The skin category has its numbers, okay? And we have an exclusivity in this area with a non-Me Too product with a massive barrier of entry. So, you know, I think we just built a phenomenal system. I see them just keep on going forever. I see us just going right with them, two parallel, beautiful companies, and they think you built on the right things. But I'm just saying, if they can do that, what can we do here? Okay, and I wish us both the best of luck, and I love Ryan and those guys, and we'll just have a lot of fun with each other. I mean, I love a lot of people in this industry, and I think there's plenty of room in this industry for all of us, okay? But I'll tell you what we're not. What we're not is we don't play games. Now, somebody may be offended by this, but I'm just going to tell you where I'm coming from. We're not a binary. And I chose very cleanly against the binary. I think binaries are wrong. Okay? A lot of people have questioned me on this. And when I go through this, I haven't had anybody ever be able to come back with a rebuttal that really makes sense. Okay? Because here's what you know. In a binary, we all understand it's two legs. You have a power leg and you have a pay leg. And what happens, anybody who knows anything about the direct sales industry, and anything that knows anything about binaries, okay, would never join a company unless they're in the power leg. They've got to get inserted in the power leg because they know that you can get inserted in the power leg and they demand to be put there, and then all they have to do is build their pay leg. So they don't have to build one leg. Everybody in their pay leg, they prey on the people who know nothing about the industry, know nothing about binaries, who they bring in. They'll never bring somebody who knows nothing and put them in a power leg. Never do that. They always put them in the pay leg because they don't know better. And those people have to build two legs versus this person has to build one leg. So the person who knows everything, been around for years, has databases, influence, is seasoned, been doing it for 5, 10 years, they have to do half as much as the person who doesn't know, who's out of their comfort zone, doing it for the very first time, who's dreaming to be like you, but they have to do twice as much as you do because they just didn't know. You can't tell me that's not fair, and you've got to admit that's how it's done. It's the big secret. But the problem with that secret is the people in the pay leg that didn't know or building two legs, they eventually realize that they're not in a power leg. They can't even get a powerful network marketer to get an organization because they got to get in that power leg. And so they realize, whoa, I wasn't put in a power leg. And so what they do is they leave you to go to another company where they now become the person who says, I got to be in the power leg. So in essence, you've got people who don't know being put into pay legs, who eventually leave and go into power legs, that bring people into pay legs who do the same thing. So it's just this revolving door, and there's no stability there. And it's been proven over and over and over what I'm saying. I'm just saying, we're not playing games like that. We are real. We say real science, and we can back that up with our biotechnology partner. We say real results, and we back that up with our clinicals. And I mean, solid there. We say real opportunity. Look at our team. Look at our sites. Look at our tools. Look at our training. Look at everything we've done. Look at the personal development. Matter of fact, I formed the People's Network, a personal development company back in the 90s in the direct sales industry. Produced over 937 TV shows on personal development. We've made as much commitment to this company of personal development in our back office for free to you as I had over there in a company. We're committed to building people, okay? So we really built an opportunity, and we built it on an engine that I know is intelligent, I know is well designed, it is tested, it is solid, it is true, and it can go global, okay? So we built a real opportunity for you people here. And with that, what it allows us to do is create real people through personal development and a real life. I can just tell you this to all you out there. 30 days into it, I have witnessed something I've never witnessed before in this industry. What I mean by that is, excuse me, I have sinuses today, and I'm just talking to you. I'm just actually talking right to a flip camera. I'm not producing this or anything. I'm just talking straight to you, and I'm having some sinus issues, so bear with me. But here's what I can tell you, 30 days, and I'll be straight with you, looking back. It was an amazing thing, is we had this 30-day cycle for Fast Start qualifying. So we had these group of people started who are hitting their first 30 days right now. I cannot believe how many people are Fast Start qualifying because in the first 30 days they fell in love with the company, fell in love with the space, fell in love with the product, sold all their product, have customers, have people who want to come in who are customers who want to come to the product, and they're easily fast-start qualifying. So if you had 5 people here, by the time you get to a month later, it turns into 10 to 15, just naturally. We're seeing the numbers like that, which means 30 days later, that same 10 to 15 is going to turn into 30 or 40 people just because what we're seeing happen. But guess what? When those people are here, the next day another group started. The next day another group started. We're seeing closes every single day. And this group is closing right now. That's gone from, say, 5 to 10 to 15. What's going to be 30 days later, their close is going to start. The same thing for the fast start qualifying, and the same thing for the next day. So it's just every day is a cycle building on top of itself. You know, I've heard how it works. I've never seen it work this way. It's happening here. You know why it's happening? At the end of the day, if you peel away everything we got here, the systems, the websites, the tools, the training, the personal development, the leadership, everything, and all we had was this bottle with this ingredient, Nerium AD, and a little trifold, I could go out and build a huge successful company. It just take longer, but it worked. You know why? The product works. It works. And it's networking. You'll probably say it works, and it's networks. And so it's happening. It's amazing for me to sit here and watch this. Just sit and watch the computer. And I'm not just saying this. I've heard this so many times. I've never seen it happen this way. I can't even imagine as these people compound, and then they compound, and then they compound. I can't imagine what it's going to look like 12 compounded months later looking back. So get what we have here, people. Legitimate, real science. Go to Nerium Biotech. Check them out. Checks out. Google their advisory board. Google their board of directors. Google us. Go look at Peter Netterfield, director of the Templeton Fund, like the Vanguard Magellan Fund, on their advisory board, who says, in writing and on videos, he says, this is a breakthrough in the entire skincare industry, because it is. It's a breakthrough in the skincare industry, and in the direct sales industry, there's no better place to be. So, I mean, when you look at us, we have real science legitimacy. We have real results, proven, true clinicals. Go look at our clinicals. They'll blow your mind. But the biggest one is the pictures we're already getting back from our brand partners after using the product for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And we're sending this out to everybody, and it's blowing everybody's mind over and over and over, which it takes their confidence up, turns into customers, turns into brand partners, and I'm just seeing it duplicate like I've never seen anything duplicate, okay? That allows us, because we have a massive barrier of entry, we can build the perfect company. We've done that, I guarantee you. We look better than any company at launch in this industry in decades. We look as good as any company out there. I mean, I'll put us up against about anybody, okay? So it sounds like I'm being very braggy here. I'm not. I'm trying to just talk to you directly. If you really, really, really are looking for your last run, a place where you can stand and be proud, where you know that everything that's being said to you is the truth, 100%. Everything that's being said to you is based on solid knowledge of what they're doing and where they're going. I know how to do this business. I've been very successful, and I've always done it right. I've always done it right, and I've made a lot of people successful in this business. We've brought a lot of experience in here. We are blessed. For some reason, 2 years ago, I was blessed when they gave me that product, whatever reason it was. And I've taken it very, very serious. And I put a team around me who takes it very, very serious, put together a company, because I take very serious your time and your desires and what you want. We are built on the most solid foundation I've ever seen in this industry. Real science, real results. We absolutely have a phenomenal opportunity, and that allows you to become a real person and create a real life. It's just begun, people. Really, take a hard look. It's not fine. I get that. I get that. Plenty of room for us out here in this industry. A lot of great things out there, okay? But I think we have built a pretty amazing company. And for us to look the way we look, you know, the way we looked at launch was phenomenal. But to have proven ourselves beyond anybody's expectations in the first 30 days, and to see the response from the industry, from seasoned pros, from all different places, has been amazing. But to me, to see it work for the little guy, the person who's never been in the industry, or the guy who's been in the industry, or lady who had never really worked for, and they come over here and all of a sudden it works, and to see their eyes light up, and all of a sudden realize, maybe I can do this, maybe there is a chance for me, to see that has been a blessing. I've been around doing meetings and meeting people who have been in this business for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I really haven't felt this kind of energy, this kind of realness ever in this industry. And I'm not putting anything down, okay? I'm just saying, for me, I've never felt anything like this, okay? So take your time. Go to Nerium Biotech. Check them out. It's real. They're our partners, okay? Go to Nerium Skincare. Look at the products they got. Check it out. It's real. Look at us, Nerium.com. Wow. I mean, you can't even believe our sites. And get somebody, if you can, go to our back office. It's going to blow your mind. back office, go over to our real-life library. Personal development is going to blow your mind. Get our kit and see all the training that's in there, and the planners that's in there, the tools that's in there. It's going to blow your mind. All very professionally done right for you. Because of that, people, we say this. From the very first day I started putting this thing together, first of all, the first thing we did is we wrote our 10 core values. Very solid. They're in our corporate brochure. You'll see them. The core values in this company. One of our core values is slow down to go fast. What I said right from the beginning, we're going to build it right, solid the first time, and we go slow, we'll go fast. That's what we've done. We haven't pushed this out. We didn't flex our muscle at all. Just push it out, let it work. It's been the most seamless, well integrated, well responded to launch I've ever seen of any company in this industry, and we have only just begun. Real interesting. Yesterday I was in a meeting, and we had this beautiful lunch. The product, the response to the product, all the things around the product. Beautiful lunch, okay? But we're sitting in that room with all the departments head talking about the other 50 deliverables we're working on and debating the priority of them and which ones are ones, twos, and threes. And I was sitting back and I was just thinking, you know, it's amazing, with as good as we've done, to see this same team planning this, we're not sitting still. I mean, we look like a 10-year-old company right now, and we can execute at that level beyond most people because of the product we have and everything in place. The things we're building, I can tell you this, where we're going hasn't been seen in this industry. From the marketing systems, has not been seen in this industry because we have legitimacy. Okay, absolute real science, absolute real results, a real opportunity, a massive barrier of entry with a team who knows how to execute, who's already proven they can execute by what we did at launch, when we've done the first 30 days, building the future and not stopping. I've always wanted to build the perfect direct sales company. We have every ingredient here to do that. And what it takes is for us together collectively. I don't have all the answers, but you know what? Collectively we do. You know what the other thing that's really interesting? We're attracting the good people. We're really attracting the people who want to do it right. It's the most interesting thing I've seen is how we're attracting good people. People who don't play the games. The people who are just, you know, only about the comp plan but not about the product, about positioning and all that stuff. I don't play that game. I want a product that people want to use and it works for them, that they can sell, make money, people want to become a brand partner with them, and it duplicates. And that is happening right now as I speak. We're only 30 days old. I wish I could share with you what I see here. It's amazing, but our history will become our future times 100. You just watch what happens in the next 9 days. It's going to be life-changing and game-changing, historical in this industry. I hope you take your time and really check this out. Whoever sent you here, God bless it, okay? I hope it works for you. Really love to work with you. Last run. This is it for me, I can tell you that. This is it. This is right this one in the sunset, because we're going to go to every... my goal is to have a national conference in every continent around the world. There's 7 of them. Why can't we have a national conference on every continent once a year? Wouldn't that be cool? And we can do that here. We've already are building the structure for global. We're already translating to other languages right now. We're already in the process of getting set up to open up other countries right now, because we know what we have here is big, okay? So with that, you know, thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me take all this time. It was a long talk, okay? With that, we enjoyed having you here today. Thank you. It's based on one word. Remember that, the word real.